Duffin here. So this last week was quite interesting for me. If you look at my training log, kabukistrength.com, I do post those up regularly, and it has a significant amount of details on my training as a whole. So you'll see measures from what we're looking at from the velocity measures, planned sets and reps, expected loads, estimated run rep maxes, subjective measures, all of that. Basically every aspect of my training is shown on my training log at kabukistrength.com. But you'll notice this week there was a lot planned that didn't get done, and that's the first time in a while that's happened. But essentially I had a 2-day period to be able to move my house, which I've been living in for 13 plus years, as well as a lot of our manufacturing shop was still located on the property at my home, and so we're moving all that into a commercial location and expanding. So I had an 11-person moving crew, multiple trucks, 42-foot trailer, forklifts on both ends, just a whole lot of activity, a lot of stress and stuff going on. So that gets to the point. Like, a lot of people forget that all stress, like training, is just a stress in the body, and we respond from that. We have an adaptive response to that, and that's the stimulus for, you know, the growth and what we see. But the body doesn't know the differences in those stresses. So because of that, and I dropped a lot of the training out this week. Monday I kept really heavy. I just set aside Monday just for training before all the shenanigans got started. And so the majority of what you see is the video. This was actually posted on Instagram. I spread it out a little bit longer here. But there's a lot of questions that came up about the wheelchair in it. That was just for fun and comedy, so no questions, just we're having fun. So after that, so I did do a deadlift session. Normally my deadlift session would be on Wednesday, but I took Tuesday and Wednesday off for the move. Thursday, we still moved, and I got a quick training session in with poles. I didn't film the other heavier ones, so I was expected to do 3 heavy singles at around 875, depending on velocity parameters, but should have been in that range. Everything just felt like ungodly heavy. Deadlifts have not felt this heavy for me for like over a year. I mean, literally 445 felt like it was going to crush me. 645 was slower than piss. Then I moved up to 735, moved a little better, and then 845 finally moved fairly decent. And then I put, but not as fast as it should have. It was still actually the bottom end of the range. So I got upset, got fired up, you know, pulled what reserves I did have, and crushed an 865. Beautiful speed, felt really good. And because of that, I said, well, maybe I got more in me. Loaded the bar to 895, which would have brought my total load for the workday actually where it needed to be. I walked up to the bar. By the time I got to the bar, I mean, I just felt it. I mean, like, I had literally no drive left. And I went to pull on it, and you can just see in the video, like, I shut it down and stopped there because I realized it was, if I pulled it, it was going to be ugly, slow, and it'd just be too much for what I needed, you know, what I needed to do. So I just shut it down. And then Friday, got a quick session in. Just did 3 bent over rows, 2 of them at 500, and the last one filmed here at 525. So should be back at it next week. Although next week I'm going to start. I've got 1 heavy session, and then I start deloading going into the Arnold. So we'll see how this all rolls out. Wasn't exactly, you know, the best stuff that I needed to happen. Along with, there's a whole lot of other, you know, business and life stuff going on this month. I feel pretty confident and feeling pretty good about what I've got doing and what I'm going to accomplish there. So, all right, enjoy the video. All right, here's the first few sets. So this is 850, right around there. Exact numbers in the log. And then this is the first with 870, and the second with 870, and then we'll roll right into the superset. Heading up now. So this is my 3rd single at 870, and actually I did 850 before those 3 singles. So total of 4 singles, over 850 pounds. This last one went straight to well, sitting on a wheelchair and taking a shot of whiskey. And then our new coach, Zach Harris, giving me a ride. Just like I said, for comedy's sake, we should probably do a little Benny Hill theme here so people actually get what I was doing, because there's people going, are you trying to save your legs? You trying to do this, that, whatever? No, just having some fun, people, just having some fun. So from there, went over and did a 585-pound bent over row. So, you know, that's going to be a little bit of body English and stuff like that, whatnot, you know. Talk smack, do whatever you want. Anyway, it's 585 pounds. Bent over row directly after doing some massive squats. So, posterior chain's working good there. Nice neutral spine position during the movement. And then walked over here to 900 pounds off 3-inch blocks. By this point, just trying to get set up and in position, pretty damn fatigued. We're rolling about, this whole thing took 3 minutes and I think 15 seconds. So, boom, didn't quite lock that out. So I went ahead and hit it again. Changed straps because the WOW straps worked a lot better. And then here is I didn't film the 845 or 865, but this is the 895 miss. And then this is Fridays, just finishing up with a little bit over row work. So again, 525, did a couple sets of 500 before this. And that wrapped up the week. So there's some pretty heavy loads early in the week, and then just combine that with some life stresses and whatnot.